Hi, hello, and welcome to the Wellness Lifestyle Conference. I'm Priscilla Gendron, one of the co-founders.
And hi, I'm Stephan Hoffman, another co-founder of the Wellness Lifestyle Conference. We're very happy to have you all here with us today.
Thanks. Welcome, Stephan. We've decided to jump on a live stream and have a chat about what it was like to start this whole process and this whole ball going. Last year, I was putting together a huge festival in Durban. And of course, the pandemic hit and it all came crashing down and everything got shut down. And it was around that time that Stephan got hold of me on LinkedIn, and we connected and started to chat about other possibilities of where to take shows and how to go online.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember that because I saw your profile, and you were talking about this event that you're going to have, and I reached out and I wanted to know how much does it cost to be a speaker, or how much does it cost to be an attendee, and then you came back and said, well, actually, I've had to postpone it. And I remember that was kind of at the beginning of the pandemic, so we were still under the impression that this was going to be a 6 to 12 week thing. And yes, life was going to go back to normal. A year later, we're still stuck out here. Yeah, completely. And I think I said to you, well, why don't you not cancel it? And why don't we take it online and see how that would work? And then you went, but how would we do that? And that was when you introduced me to our other co-founder, your friend Tracy French.
Yes.
And it all kind of went from there.
Yeah. And I think that over the last year, because it's our anniversary now of our event, of us meeting each other, and I thought it was a wonderful way to celebrate our anniversary. So happy anniversary.
Thank you so much, and happy anniversary to you as well. And happy anniversary to all the wonderful journey. Speakers that we've had.
I know, it's been incredible. And the journey we've taken from that little seed that got planted has been incredible. So, none of us had a clue of how to set up a...
I think for me, Priscilla, and please tell me. For sure. One thing I wanted to ask you, Priscilla, did you think that we would get the response that we did from to be speakers? Because I know I certainly didn't.
I didn't either. I thought, oh my goodness, this is like Mount Everest that we're going to climb. And we had given ourselves the deadline of July to launch our event. And I thought, oh, well, we've got plenty of time. And as the time stepped on, I thought, oh my goodness, I don't think we're ever going to achieve our goal, because it was just so insurmountable, because we had never gone down that kind of road before, all the technical challenges and websites and setting up pages. And I've learned so much about computer things that I never in a million years thought I would ever even go down and learn. So for me, it's been an incredible journey. And I was very surprised at the quick response and connections I was making with the spiritual speakers within the wellness realm. And they were just as enthusiastic as I was. And that sort of spurred me on, to just keep going. And I think we launched in July, and we had 70 speakers, which even now it completely blows my mind how I found 70 speakers in that short space of time, because we had April, May, June, and that was it, 3 months. And I feel like it was...
Absolutely. 3 months to set up from scratch the entire portal. It was insane. And we found not just so many speakers, but quality content. Yes. And for those people who are watching this video today, what you may or may not realize is that we've actually made it now, there's no more pay barrier. So it's free to view. All the videos are available on our website. And you're going to see there's just so much incredible content on such a variety of topics, all under the wellness and spirituality kind of banner, but just such an amazing array of people, from health, people practicing iridology and reflexology and to people who are breakthrough coaches. I mean, I think one of the highlights for everyone was getting to work with Master Del Pay. You know, having him
Yes.
come through and do his talks with us has just been transformational for so many people.
It has been an incredible journey for all of us.
So who would you say was, yeah, I know you should never have favorites like kids. You should never have a favorite child. But which was sort of the speaker that really touched
You know,
you
I think that I was the lucky one because I got to preview everybody's videos before they even went up. I got to preview everybody and make sure from beginning to end that it was good content. So I sort of got the lion's share of everything. So there are quite a number of people that really touched me. And one of the speakers that really stood out for me in the very beginning was a lady called Judith Quinn. And she spoke about the voice and the resonance of the voice and how we say in the projection we use in our voices is so important. And that really stood with me because it's about how we present ourselves is so important and how we say it. And the tone in our voice that we use has a huge impact on getting our message out to the world. And that's what we've been doing in a sense. Certainly Master Del Pay as well. He was phenomenal and always will be. And then also a lot of our speakers that did our live events with us. You know, every time we chose speakers, I would always choose them at random, almost like putting a name in a hat and choosing them to do our live events. We always found a theme without intending to. And recently we had the wonderful Eileen Gutierrez, and she did the Ho'oponopono meditation, which was phenomenal. I really resonated with that a lot as well. What about you, Stephan? Who stood out for you?
Fantastic. So, I mean, you know, I've been doing the Instagram interviews with a lot of the speakers, and just so incredible to hear their stories and hear how they got started on their journey. But certainly the one message that really deeply resonated with me, and at a perfect time, I think, in my journey as well, was when I did the interview with Master Del Pay. And the question that I asked him was, what is his take on, this was towards the end of 2020. I said, you know, we've all been in lockdown for so long. What do you think 2021 holds for us? You know, how bad do you think 2020 was for the world? And his response was so incredibly beautiful. He said, you know, 2020 was tough. He's not going to try to deny that. But what he needs to understand is that it was positive destruction, in that it was the world down all of these modalities that we had just created, because, you know, as we tend to do, you create something and then you need something else, you need something else. But at no point do you go back to check if point A is still necessary as to why you're doing something else. Tearing down those structures that no longer serve us.
Yes.
And then he said in 2021, he said it's not going to be easy, but it is going to be a year of rebuilding. But rebuilding, if you know what you're doing, in a very positive way. And I can tell you, Priscilla, I needed to hear that, because I was just feeling the weight of 2020 with the clients that I work with, and them going, you know, this year has been so tough. We're just not seeing the positivity coming out of this. We're doing the self work, we're doing the shadow work, we're doing this, we're doing that, and we're just not seeing an end in sight. And I was really starting to feel that weight bearing down on me. And for him to say, don't worry, that's everyone, but look at it from the perspective. And he just shifted that for me. Wow, that is actually so incredible. And then I could look at all the other speakers we were getting and the platform we were giving them, and continue to give them. And I could see how they were actually able to start providing the tools for people to rebuild going into 2021.
Exactly.
So that for me, I think, is has been really beautiful.
I think for us, our whole conference, I think, is that platform for people, because there's something for everyone on this conference. You know, no matter what you're going through, or what traumas or stuff that you've had to process in 2020, I feel like the answer is somewhere on our conference. Somebody's voice will resonate higher than somebody else. And I think that that's what we have. We've had this beautiful connection of global speakers. I mean,
Absolutely.
about over 240 speakers from 17 countries, who all are lending their voice to this umbrella that we have created, all with their own way, their own take, their own journey. And I feel if we can all just stop and listen, that's the most important thing. We stop and listen, and we can glean that little bit of information that we need to take us to the next journey that we're on, especially for 2021, because, you know, there's so many changes happening this year, and we have to step into our truth of who we are. We can't be left behind, because otherwise it becomes quite an impossible task to have the sanity we need for the journey ahead.
Absolutely. And you're sort of like, there's such a wide variety of topics covered, because, I mean, oh, sorry. I think I spoke over you there for a second, Priscilla.
No, that's fine. You had frozen, so I was just trying to fill in.
Oh, okay, no problem. So what I was saying was that I love that there's such a wide variety of topics, like you just mentioned, because I look at it, and one of the first speakers we got, her name escapes me, so please do forgive me if you're watching this now. But her topic was Beat Your Face. And it was all about using makeup to make yourself feel better so that you can face the, excuse the pun.
That was Andrea.
A really brave heart. And then you've got that all the way to, yes, Andrea, thank you. Yes.
She's a phenomenal woman, and she's had such an incredible journey herself. And she teaches people how to be much more self-confident within, you know, what we put our face as. And she's also a wonderful photographer as well. So she helps people to see the beauty within and externally. So she's an incredible speaker.
Oh, that just warms my heart, you know, so there really is something for everyone, absolutely.
Yes, definitely. You know, and we have such a wonderful array of speakers globally, and every month we add new speakers to our list. And it just feels like it's never ending, because I always think, oh, am I going to run out of people to speak? And every month we find them, and they just turn up, they show up, they put out their work, and it's always so incredible to watch and to see how people resonate with it so much.
Yeah, for sure. I believe that it's because, I mean, we don't have to beat this horse to death, but it really does feel as though this entire year, and I include obviously 2020 in this, people really started to wake up and realize that they needed a bit more light shone into their darkness. And to, just like you say, see speakers out, shining their light out to, and I always say, you know, if you can even just help one person, that's incredible. I feel like that's exactly what the Wellness Lifestyle Conference does for society.
Yes, definitely. It does. You know, as we said, you know, there are so many speakers, and our next conference is coming up in a few, you know, less than a week, or just more than a week. It's 10 days on the 17th of April. And we are so looking forward to it. So we have a wonderful array of phenomenal speakers coming up. Some of them are new, and we've got one or two that are old, that have spoken before, but we've got the amazing Frida Eusting coming from all the way from Australia. And we've got Fiona from Rensburg, she's back, and she's going to be also doing a live link with us. A lot of our speakers, when they come on, they also do a live link with us, and we do a whole day of live events as well. And another wonderful lady is a lady called Heather Prince. So she's from the UK. And we've also got Shan Long Lu, and she is from the USA. And she is a phenomenal speaker. I think, Stephan, you're going to really enjoy chatting to her. She's just got this plethora of knowledge about health and wellness in our lives and how to completely get us on the right track health-wise. So, the topics are far and wide. And, it's so important to have the mind, body, soul. It's okay to just fix one part. We've got to fix every single part. So we try and include all the different topics, so you can fix the mind, the body, and the soul.
Absolutely. And I think that was exactly what we aimed to do right at the outset, because I don't know if you remember, but one of our very first meetings, we were trying to come up with a name for the conference. And we're like, oh, should it be, the Spirit Conference? Should it be this? Should it be that? And we said, no, let's take wellness lifestyle, because we want people to be touched in all aspects of their lives. It shouldn't just be mental, it shouldn't just be spiritual, it should be everything, so that they really come away with it and go, oh, I'm a new person, and the person that I always wanted to be. And I think that is just so magical and so incredible.
It has been an incredible journey. What do you think would be the highlight since last year, July? What was the highlight for you? Besides Master Del Pay.
What was the highlight? So I've had a number of incredible chats, but one that would have been the highlight, and I really just enjoyed her talk on the Wellness Lifestyle Conference as well, but a lady by the name of Vivian Charvet, who is a channeler for the Galactic Federation and specifically the Arcturians. And for those of you who don't know, please go have a look on the Wellness Lifestyle Conference so that you can just brush up a little bit about what all those terminologies mean. But that was just such a deeply insightful discussion. And the reason why that was highlighted for me is I won't say go to a negative or dark space, but I can be quite pessimistic at times about where we as a species are. And to hear someone say to me, no, we're on the right track. There are a lot more light workers than you think. There's a lot more people who are really not just rooting for, but fighting for the planet and for humanity to reach level. Just kind of restored a bit of faith for me in what we're doing as a species and where we're going. And is this going to get better, or is it be a hamster wheel for the rest of the time?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Categorically, we're headed in the right direction. Yes, there's a battle to be fought, but we're on the right track. Yeah. And what about you?
For me, actually, I really did enjoy her talk, but I also enjoyed her live talk that she did. And unfortunately, we had an accident and it didn't get recorded. But a lot of the people that attended that talk were actually so profoundly taken by her conversation she had on that live link. So it's always important to join in and listen to the live links, because it's something always a little bit different. It's like getting an extra helping of ice cream. And for me, it felt as if, for me, the highlight of this whole journey has been the speakers that I've met. I'm the face of the conference, and I'm the first line of contact for the speakers. And I think for me, it's just been an incredible journey. The amazing people that I've met. Tamara Calder Richardson, her and I are now best friends. Susan Schatzer and her team from the High Vibe Tribe. They actually got to invite me, and for many months last year, I actually was part of the High Vibe Tribe. So it's also opened us up. And what this conference has done is also allowed us to take the speakers and connect them with other speakers and let them grow their networks as well. So that's also been wonderful for us. You know, we've grown it. We've met the amazing Leo Bonomo, and he's going to be my guest on the 17th as we connect with spirit. And he's phenomenal. You know, a lot of my speakers and myself included have been on his radio show from a radio station in Las Vegas. And also with Tamara Corder Richardson, we've interviewed and recorded on her YouTube channel as well. So there has been a lot of links and connections with a lot of the speakers and interconnections with them, which has been amazing for me, because it's about building a network of amazing people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more. So yes, so we are, like you say, 10 days away from our event. It's not the Saturday, it's the following Saturday, oh gosh, I don't know, like 14th?
Yeah, it's following Saturday. Yeah, Saturday week. So it's the 17th of April. Our base in South Africa. So everything is according to South African Standard Time, so SAST. So we start always off at 9 a.m. with the Bhakti Marga, and they do the Om chanting and earth meditation to start off. And every time and every hour we have new speakers on. So all you have to do is go onto our website, subscribe, and that will take you to all the live links so that you can follow us live for the day. Obviously, it is South African Standard Time, so just adjust it to whatever part of the world you are in. And we've got a wonderful list of people.
Absolutely. So people are also aware you're watching. Yeah. So I was just saying, if you are in Europe at the moment, it's the same as South Standard Time, so you don't need to worry about that. And UK is just 1 hour behind. The USA, you guys will have to unfortunately use the world map calculator because you have too many time zones for us to count. So
yeah, that's too many time zones. It's between 6 and 8 hours US, and the same with Australia. But Europe is the same time as us, and UK is 1 hour behind. So you know, it's just adjusted in that way. And we have just a wonderful lineup of speakers coming up. And so we would love to have you on, you know, and join us in this wonderful team. So this goes out to all people wanting to, you know, acquire some new knowledge and information, but it also goes out to future speakers. You know, visit the website. There's application forms to fill in. We do also offer sponsorships. So if you feel like you could contribute more towards our conference and become a sponsor, there's also an application form for that. And we'd love to see you there. So thank you from myself, Priscilla Gendron, and from Stephan Hoffman.
Thank you from Stephan Hoffman.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.